So today let's talk about the Hokey Pokey. What do you know about the Hokey Pokey?
Well, it's a funny dance that people do at weddings.
Yeah, that's true. But here in Belize, in Placencia, it means a water taxi. So we're going to talk about taking the water taxi to Independence.
Hello, I'm Chad,
And I'm Grace.
and this is our dog Queen.
And together we are
Two gringos and a dingo. If you're staying in Placencia for more than 30 days, then you're going to have to get your visa renewed because they only give you a 30-day stamp at the airport
That's correct.
or at the border.
There are 3 different types of visas you can get for Belize: tourist, employment, and student. We're going to be talking just about the tourist visa, as that's what we are on. If you're staying in Belize more than 30 days, you need to get your visa extended. For each 30 days, it is $200 Belize, which is $100 in US money. If you want to extend beyond 30 days, you can get a 60-day or a 90-day permit. You still will pay $200 Belize for each month. Remember that in US money, that's $100 per month.
Independence is the closest place to get your visa renewed here. Now you can drive an hour each way
True.
and get to Independence, or you can take the Hokey Pokey, and it takes about the same amount of time total trip, start to finish, but it's a more fun way of getting it done.
Yeah, and probably less expensive.
Gas prices in Belize are more expensive than in the United States. The price here that you see is in Belize dollars. Remember, it's 2 Belize dollars to 1 US dollar. So take half of the cost, and that's the price you would pay. And this is also in US gallons.
So, first off, there's no addresses here. So
No.
how do you find the Hokey Pokey?
You'll find the Hokey Pokey on Placencia Road in the main village, right behind M&M hardware store.
And what is the Hokey Pokey? Just describe the boat.
The Hokey Pokey is it's a small boat. It does have a shade covering on it. It holds probably 20 people, maybe.
So it costs about $8.25 per person each way.
Well, it's $8.25 if you're a local or have permanent residency. If you're a tourist, I believe it's $11.25.
So even with that, because of the cost of gas and the fact that it's an hour each way,
Right.
it's probably still less expensive to take the Hokey Pokey or washes.
Right, I think so. I think it's cheaper, yeah.
So the Hokey Pokey, if it's not raining, and if you just have the time to be out on the water, it's a very pleasant way to get to Independence. Now, once you get to Independence, once again, no addresses
No,
and no marked buildings.
no. So you'll have to depend upon your taxi driver, but all the taxi drivers know exactly where the immigration office is, and it'll take you straight there.
You'll know he took you to the right place if you see a big banana.
Yeah, there's a big banana outside the building. It has multi-function purposes, I guess that building does.
They don't let you in the building. You go up to a window on the
Yes.
outside, and you pay for your visa, and you also give them documentation that you're not indigent.
Right.
You have to prove you have money in the bank. You have to prove you have a place to stay, like a rent, lease, that type of thing. And then you show them your current visa and passport, and they stamp it for you.
Right.
Now you have to also wait.
You do. You have to wait a few minutes
few
for them to
minutes.
process it, but it's never very long.
No.
Okay.
And the taxi driver will wait for you.
Yes.
So when you pay for your taxi, it's about $20 per taxi. If there's 2 of you, $10 each.
Right.
Yeah. When you pay for your taxi, you're paying for them to sit there and wait for you to get processed and
Right.
take you back to the Hokey Pokey.
Right.
Okay. Now once you get back, if you're thinking in advance and you've got enough people, you can get a private water taxi
True, you don't have to wait for the next boat to pick up. They run at like 2-hour intervals, and so if you're back within an hour or so, you find a group of people waiting and go in with them to do a private taxi, and it comes out economically just the same, if not cheaper.
Most people buy their return ticket pretty quickly after arriving at the little port. So if you're going to do a private taxi, try to arrange that early or in advance, because you'll find it hard to get takers because they've already got their other ticket.
Right. Okay. So I love the Hokey Pokey. I want to continue to do the Hokey Pokey until we have our permanent residency.
Okay. Now, when you do it, there's no food. You can get a Coke while you're waiting.
Maybe.
But eat before or plan on eating after.
Right.
Or take a snack with you, because there's no food available close by. You might be able to tell from the background that we've got some rain today. We are entering the rainy season. For the first 3 months that we were here, we had 1 day of rain.
That's right.
For the last week, we've had 5 days of rain.
But it's not a hard rain, it's just a light rain. It doesn't really interfere too much, except when you're trying to film outside. So we're in a little covered area right now.
Okay.
Queen says hi. Since it was rainy, she wouldn't get off the couch. The two gringos and a dingo really appreciate the fact that there's a water taxi in Placencia to Independence. Thanks to all the hardworking men and women that make this service possible. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook and read our blog on WordPress.com.